process of putting together a show involves so many more people and so many more hours than what you see on the stage when you see a finished product. It starts at the casting at the very beginning. If you have a good cast, then you have a good show.
My name is Brianna McMonagle.
My name is Major Devin Thomas.
Shauna Goebel.
I mean, how much of an intro do you want?
My name's Jessica Henninger. There's nothing in particular I'm looking to audition for. Just anything. I'm not nervous yet, but I don't know. When it gets closer, we'll see.
I'm trying out for all the characters. Gonna watch the movie soon and see what it's all about.
Oh, Clue. I think we all know Clue, I hope. Clue is based on the Parker Brothers Hasbro game from way back. It's also very much based on the 1985 kind of cult classic film. It's the Colonel Mustard and the Miss Scarlet and the Mr. Green and Professor Plum and Mrs. White and whatever. It's a farce, it's a comedy, it's a mystery, and I just think it might be a really cool thing to try. So that's what we're gonna do.
I'm excited about it.
So when you're finished filling out, just bring that to me.
All right, thank you.
Sounds good.
My philosophy has always been that if you can cast a show well, the rest is just work.
Honestly, I'm up for anything. I could play a dead body and that would be fine. I'd like to read for Mrs. Peacock. I'm thinking about the dead bodies.
I want to do a French accent. I would be a dead body if I needed to be, I guess.
Miss Peacock.
Professor Plum.
She has kind of not erotic, that's the wrong word.
I just enjoy the thrill of it.
Honestly,
Okay, hello everyone. The wild card is who you're gonna have to audition. Tonight, we're just gonna read different scenes from the script. How are they gonna fit into the parts? We're looking for big, over-the-top, melodramatic characters. How do they mesh with the other people that you put into the parts and everything else that you have to put together to make a show gel? There are 10 to 12 actors in the show. What's difficult about casting for me is I'm not going to be able to cast everybody. The people that I can't cast. All right, we're gonna start. And Mariah, would you read? I put a lot of time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears into the casting process. I'm kind of heartbroken. I mean, I take it all very, very personally, and finally decided this is what it has to be. This is the best interest of the show, but I know the next day I've got to tell people I did not cast them, and that's, yeah, I lose sleep over it a lot. Okay, thank you.
I've done a lot of shows here, so it's kind of routine. But something about Jerry is that, like, his ability to cast people into characters that fit their abilities and their talents is something I've always been amazed about. And so I just trust Jerry just to cast the best way that he can.
Okay, so that's gonna be it for the auditions tonight. I think we had about 24 or 25 people audition for this show. Unfortunately, we can only cast about, 10 to 12. Any questions? All right, thank you. Thank you again. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jerry.
What's next? Probably I'll go home.
I'm really excited to do the French accent and everything. So. We'll see how it goes though.
5'7".
I got casted as Mr. Body and policeman.
Okay, hello everyone.
Hello, Jerry.
I'd like to introduce Tyler, who's going to be our stage manager. Al will not be here this week because his daughter tested positive, so he's in quarantine, so he won't be here at rehearsal this week, unfortunately. All right, so we're going to start at the top. We're just going to read through tonight, read the parts, get a feel for what.
Just came here from Louisiana where I met my husband. Been here for about a month, and I'm very excited.
But I didn't do it. I'd been out all evening at the movies.
So my husband is in the 173rd Chosen Company, and I issue out ID cards and help people with their Deers and Rapids issues.
That would be 1 + 1 + 2 + 1, not 1 + 2 + 1 + 1.
Okay, fine. 1 + 2 + 1. Shut up!
As soon as I found out that there was actually a soldiers theater here where they actually put on plays and stuff, I jumped in. I was like, okay, honey, this is happening.
That's a good idea.
I'm very excited for my husband to be here for this play because he has never seen a play before. Very excited about that.
Can I interest any of you in fruit or dessert?
No!
And lastly, Mr. Green, who is a...
I don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're gonna say about me.
What?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Okay, so make sure that Wadsworth, it's going to be up to Green to cut you off. So you're going to, it's like, and lastly, Mr. Green, who is a, and so it starts out.
My name is Will Briggs, and I'll be playing Wadsworth the butler.
But the butler was the one that I wanted because his name was Wadsworth, and it's stupid, but like his name starts with W, my name starts with W. I really want to be Wadsworth, and I got Wadsworth, yeah. So I mean, it works for me. Saying Wadsworth has a lot of lines is an understatement. Wadsworth has pretty much a line on every page at the very least.
When you're looking at your lines, also look at the next person's line to see if there's things that you can pull out of that which inform how you're going to do your line. Yeah.
There's a big monologue at the end that I have to do where I basically recite the whole play from memory and like mimic the characters that are on stage. So
everybody has to come up with a character and how they want to portray that character.
And then I have to be able to study them and mimic their character voices for the reciting of this huge monologue at the end. It's gonna be a long process.
In order to get the show to opening night, I have to have a set. That has to be designed. That has to be built. You have to buy supplies. You have to have time to put it together. You have to paint it. I have absolutely no idea how I'm doing the set yet, but that doesn't mean anything. The show is set in multiple rooms of a mansion. I know what rooms I need, and I know how long they need to be on the stage, and I know what types of furniture need to be in the rooms. You have to portray those on the stage in some manner, but there's only a limited amount of stage space to do that. You know, and sometimes, believe it or not, I get an idea for the set based on casting. When I actually see bodies up on stage, moving around, saying the lines that are in the show, an idea will spark.
Learning lines, especially big monologues like the one at the end, I actually write them down just over and over again. It's tedious, but it works for me for some reason.
So besides like the normal line memorization, like I sometimes practice playing dead and stuff. My husband like freaks out all the time when I do it because he'll pop around the corner and I'll just be there dead.
having them kind of written on a piece of paper makes them seem smaller than they actually are.
Started putting the pieces into place. We have the front door here, which is going to be raised and elevated with a step doorway and a platform off the back so that people can enter and exit there. This is going to be the lounge, which will have a door on it that rolls on and off to the center of the stage so that we can see it behind a wall when it's being hidden. This section will be the kitchen that rolls in with a doorway off upstage left and a doorway off stage right. And this is the study, which will have like a settee or sofa on it with a desk and chair that roll on. This piece that we have coming in here would be the conservatory, which will have plants. And then last we have the library that rolls on over here. So that's where all these murders happen.
I am getting lost in the costume area of the theater, trying to pull different pieces that we need for the show. Right now I'm looking through ties.
You need actors to have, clothes on their body. So you have to have somebody that's in charge of costumes.
I am acting in the show as Mrs. Peacock, but I am also assisting Jerry with costumes, both Alicia and myself.
Was there anything else that you wanted to order?
Being able to put my costuming skills to use again after so many years is fantastic.
Or you can use whatever skills you have in the theater, whatever that is. I can use you to do something.
Having a theater program like this on a military base is a first for me, because usually it's, if there's anything, it's just a couple people trying to scrape something together. So the fact that this exists on this base is really special.
Okay, so we're going to start at the beginning.
We've got a lot of the big stuff done as far as blocking and all of that, and they're really getting it. But little details in each scene still need to be worked out.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh yes, let's do it. We're gonna make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Oh, hey! Nice to see you. How you feeling?
Colonel Mustard.
I am playing Colonel Mustard in the Soldiers Theater production of Clue. Sunday of MLK weekend, my daughter wasn't feeling good, and they said she was positive, and I pretty much knew then that we're all gonna get it. The whole family had it, but we're through with it now. So here I am.
All right, so everyone's back. Welcome back, Al.
Thank you. Glad to be back, but I feel like I'm way behind because I didn't devote enough time to my script as I should have.
Let's start at the top.
Let's do it.
Are you expecting someone else?
Ding dong, and then you say that.
Are you expecting someone else?
Indeed. I'll be with you in a moment.
Well, this is turning out to be quite the crowd.
Have a good time tonight.
This is fabric. This is peacock fabric. Most of what we're making is going to be pieces that will be added to other things, modifying pre-existing stuff. We've got to pull some more pieces from the back room, and then we'll move on to fittings.
So pretty much I started in high school while everyone else was, doing their thing. I was in the back with the nerds playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and
I went to the theater. I really had fun with it. I've been in the Army for about 3 years. But once I joined here and I seen that they had a theater program here, it kind of, sparked that fire up again. It was a positive outlet. I joined the Army for the experience. It was worthwhile. And I'm on my way to transition out from the Army and head back to civilian life. Right now, what's helped me with my transition is Dave, the whole TAP program.
After he completed the requirements for the TAP program, we were able to create an internship program for him on base.
The internship that I'm doing is with Soldiers Theater. It instills confidence in me knowing the skills that I take from here that I can make something happen and everything's gonna be okay.
Right now we're cleaning up and get ready for rehearsal.
Do it! Go. I don't mean to alarm anybody, but we do currently have the small issue of 2 dead bodies.
Keep walking, kid. Keep walking here.
Okay, you got it? You got a clear Yvette. You have to walk and then turn. Get to your position and then turn.
We do currently have the small issue of 2 dead bodies. 1 missing,
Good.
1 dead.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking that there is nobody else in this house?
It's Friday, so everything's going great.
Look, I want a straight answer.
Don't look at me.
I promised that I would have my end monologue memorized by Monday, so
I think you'd better explain yourself, Wadsworth.
Me?
it's always an adrenaline rush. Then I'm out of breath and it feels like pain for a little while.
I've been brutally murdered, Mr.
We'll see, yeah.
Now, leave no door unopened and cherish your partner. This might be the last person you ever see.
Lights and go home. Thank you. It was a good rehearsal and thank you again, Jim.
You have a good weekend.
Woo.
I think the show's going pretty good so far. It was kind of odd coming in 2 weeks late to it, but I'm syncing with the show and the cast and everything finally. It was kind of weird the first week, but I'm feeling better about it now.
Tonight's rehearsal is very special.
Today we are going to be off book.
That means we're not going to have our scripts on stage.
Kind of warrants a little bit of fear in an actor's stomach.
A little bit nervous, a little bit excited.
Memorizing lines is always a challenge.
Mostly nervous, but...
Our stage manager, Tyler, has the script in front of her the whole time, so...
Should we give us our lines as we need them?
I know it will not be perfect, but it will probably not be as bad as I fear it will be.
And that's kind of the fun part of it, but also the stressful part of it. So
It's always fun. This cast, these people.
Just have to see what happens.
it's going to be a great show.
Yvette,
Monsieur.
anybody else wish to deny it? Line?
Until you received your letters.
Until you received your letters, you hadn't known who was blackmailing. Determined that
The man
behind your ransom is...
I have a sister who is a acrobat.
Oh, yes, sorry.
I have a sister who is a gymnast.
it happened so fast that I didn't have time to really process it.
We are following breaking news.
The Russian military has begun a brutal assault on the people of Ukraine.
He told me he had some news.
President Biden has now approved the deployment of additional U.S. troops to Eastern Europe.
He's like, yeah, we got the call.
I've authorized the deployment of ground and air forces already stationed in Europe to NATO's eastern flank allies.
I thought for a little bit he was joking, and then I just started crying. I know it's really hard on them, not just us. A lot of us try to tough it out, you know, at least enough for them to know that we're gonna be okay while they're gone and not worry about us and worry about what they have to do. It wasn't until I was leaving for play practice that it really hit me like, holy crap, this happened. And then I just started crying. I was like, quit crying, you're driving.
All right, let's go from the top. Keep the pace up.
And then I got here and I kind of like threw on the cook and just kind of
Dinner is served.
went with that, which is really helpful and therapeutic to be able to step out of your situation and into your character's situation. Like, even though I die, like.
Dagger in her back.
It looks like she's been murdered.
I didn't do it.
Who else would have wanted to cook dead?
He's dead.
Not yet.
Smile while your heart is aching. Oh, Larry.
You had the keys, Wadsworth. You locked the motorist in here.
That's right, I did. I do. No, I haven't. The keys are gone.
Gone?
Stand back! I'm a doctor!
Stand back, woman!
Three murders in 3 minutes.
That's our best record yet.
How's the
Today is an important day because it's the first day of Tech Week. The first half of Tech Week is to try to get all the lighting and sound and everything down.
You have to integrate the sound effects and music cues.
And it actually starts looking like a show, but it also means that you only make it through about 10 seconds of dialogue before you have to stop.
To make sure that the lighting cues and the sound cues are where we need them to be.
So there's a lot more to it.
I don't exactly remember, but I think it had something to do with my brother who's in the show. I think he recommended me to Jerry.
You bring up Q4 as the rain starts.
I wanted to see if I could learn how to do all of the lighting. I thought it was just going to be like once or twice, but I'm here again, so. And I really enjoy doing it.
If we need to stop because you have a question or you don't understand or it's not working or you need to do it again, that's what we're here for today.
Oh, this is definitely the most complex show that I've done lighting for, but I think I can do it.
It's less about them and more about you and Chris.
All right.
Okay.
It's just a lot more cues than I'm used to.
Good evening.
Good evening. I believe I'm in the right.
Indeed, you are expected, Colonel.
Colonel, how did you do
There's a lot of music and sound cues that are nothing more than buttons for things that happened on stage. So it's like something happens, and on the sound cue, everyone goes at the same time. So that makes it very difficult technically to rehearse.
And they go to the center of the stage, and as he's going to the center of the stage.
It also makes it more technical with the set itself.
It's exciting. It's getting exciting. After you get past today and we all put on costumes, then it's exciting.
And then the second half of Tech Week is when you have dress rehearsals.
Oh, let there be light!
Got here around 4-ish.
Hold.
Ironed my shirt, made sure all the wrinkles were out. I washed my gloves, shined my shoes last night.
You may come in now.
Everything's clean, looking very butlery.
It's a video of my family.
Hope you do good at your show.
Oh, that's so cute.
There you go.
So the conservatory set is rubbing up against the study set. The trims are kind of catching each other. When we pushed the conservatory out, it brought the study with it, which is not ideal. So we're just trying to figure out how to make sure they're separated enough, but there's so little room to work with. It's opening night.
Is that enough? So you guys want to try and see if it works for you? Thank you, everybody.
Take your time.
Performing in front of a live audience, it's always nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting.
When the show opens and the lights come up, I really have nothing more I can do. They're the ones that do the show.
Places, please.
I just give the resources and the tools to allow them to do that.
Hello.
Hello, pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone.
Bonjour, madame. Please come in, go see Claire.
And this professor offered to give me a ride.
I'm hoping she'll return the favor one day.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
That'll be $5,
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests, Wadsworth? You
don't need any help from me, sir. And lastly, Mr. Green.
I don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're gonna say about me.
What's that?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Oh, not me.
I beg your pardon?
You asked who is a homosexual, and I said not me.
Stand back! I'm a doctor. He's dead.
I didn't do it!
That makes two much murders!
Oh, I hate murders!
You're singing telegrams.
At the start of the evening, there was lightning, thunder, the dogs barked. Ding dong, Colonel Mustard. Ding dong, Mrs. White, who noticed Yvette. Then Mrs. Peacock, who noticed the cook. Then Mr. Green. Oh, sit. No, not you, sir. Please come in. Then Professor Plum. Then Miss Scarlet. Gong, dinner is served. Dinner? That was more like a cocktail minute. Then we went to the dining room. Sharksman soup? Ooh, yummy, yum, yum. My favorite. Then Mr. Boddy arrived and we all went to the study. Coffee, brandy. Who is this Mr. Boddy Butler? How do you do? Then Mr. Boddy asked me to pass out packages. Ah, a snake! No, it's a rope. Then Mr. Boddy switched off the lights. Now. Mr. Boddy was dead. But not really. Really, he was alive. But we didn't know that yet. Then Mrs. Peacock drank his drink. Poison! Ah! Ah! Well, somebody had to stop her screaming. Then we heard, ah! The screams are coming from the billiard room. But Mrs. Peacock arrived late. I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. Then Mrs. White asked, who else is in the house? To which we all replied, the cook, who we found knifed in the back. Oh, so gross, blood, germs. Can somebody help me up? I suggested we take the cook's body into the study. But Boddy's body was gone. Then Mrs. Peacock entered with Boddy on her body because Boddy had been bludgeoned in his being. Next, the briefcase. Empty. Next, the motorist arrived. Are you the killer? And we locked him in the lounge. Dead. Then the unexpected cop showed up. You're all acting rather peculiar. Can you canoe? Boom! Dead. Then the maid got strangled in the billiard room. Dead. Which brings us to da-da-da-da-da-da. I am Bang! And here we all are.
Bravo!
I find that Soldiers Theater is a place where truly anybody of any skill level or any age level or any demographic can come together and make a separate, smaller community that's part of the whole.
It was awesome. It was genuinely hilarious.
Surrounded by a good cast, good crew, good energy.
I've always been a fan of the game Clue, and this was just absolutely terrific seeing it brought to life on stage.
It makes me feel not alone, because anytime I'm in a play, I always feel like I'm a part of a family.
I thought it was phenomenal.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious.
You know, we find our tribe, we find our people, we find it together.
Yeah, you can have a tight-knit community of coworkers and whatnot, but it's not the same as a tight-knit community of volunteers who love what they're doing and make it fun and different every night.
Just everybody dying so perfectly. It was awesome.
So much fun. It was so much fun.
There's multi-talented people here from every background that you can learn something from.
That's what our mission's all about.
And so while it is hard work and dedication you put into it, it's honestly what happens backstage which means the most.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
We are your hosts,
for the 61st Annual Army Europe Installation Management Command Entertainment Tournament of Plays, or Toppers Awards.
It's a competition for all of the Army garrisons throughout Europe to compete against each other to do either a play or a musical.
Tonight, we celebrate the many outstanding achievements by U.S. soldiers, family members, retirees, and civilian volunteers throughout our Army entertainment programs this season.
At some point during that 2-week time frame that we're doing our performances, judges will come to our facility and they will adjudicate.
The nominees for Outstanding Lead Performance of a Female Role in a Play,
The nominees for Outstanding Stage Manager of a Play,
for Outstanding Stage Properties and Dressing for a Play,
for Outstanding Lighting Design for a Play, Outstanding Featured Performance in a Play,
And then you get to say, and the winner of the Topper Award goes to
Tyler Freeman and Charlie Jessica Henninger. Jerry Breeze from the
Brianna McMonagle.